So Amy, thank you so much for joining us today. Amy Pierce Artistry. Tell us a bit about your business here in Pleasant Ridge.
Well, I am a makeup artist and a brow specialist. And I have a little studio. It's a shared space at the moment, but it's in the Ridge office building, kind of close to Regeneration and the funeral home right on Woodward.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have a little studio in there. I've been out of there for, it'll be 2 years in December.
Great.
So yeah, that's where I do my brow magic.
Brow magic, I could use a bit some days, that's for sure. So tell us a bit more about your services. I understand you'll, anything from obviously brow services, that's pretty self-explanatory, I think, with my limited knowledge, but also your makeup services for both, bridal, special occasion, photo shoots, all this good stuff.
Yeah, so as far as makeup artistry, I basically could do most of it. I can do anything from editorial. I've done a lot of advertising, makeup for commercial shoots, fashion shoots. I do a lot of weddings. My gosh, anything from
virtually anything. Prom looks, right?
Yes.
Prom or makeover or you
exactly
name it.
Makeovers, proms, homecoming. Obviously that's kind of been because of COVID, a lot of that has stopped. So I haven't done makeup since I think like February.
Amy, yeah, tell us a bit about how the spirited times have affected your business.
Yeah, it's definitely affected my business. Like I said, makeup is event-based, so people are still not comfortable with having a one-on-one interaction. The good thing about the brow service, though, is I am Barbicide certified, so all of my tools are immersed in Barbicide, which kills the COVID. So I actually went into research to make sure that Barbicide does disinfect the COVID off of tools and any utensils. So, and it does. So, that along with wearing masks, all my clients have been great. So everyone's been wearing masks. I do ventilate the room. I keep the door open with a fan. Hand sanitizer at my disposal for their use as well. And just making sure that also, people are also taking care of their health. So if anyone's been sick in the last 14, I even sometimes say last month, please let me know, don't make an appointment. All those things are very important so that, it's the safe health and safety for me and all my clients, so. But that's, luckily, when Governor Whitmer put that the services back, and I believe it was like mid-June, I did get, my clients have been calling me back. And I think it's kind of nice that I'm not in a salon environment, it's just me. So you're not interacting with so many different people. But at the same time, there are still people who are apprehensive. So I'm probably at like 50% capacity, like half my clients have returned at the moment, so,
Sure.
But again, I've cut my days down in half. I'm only taking a limited amount of clients per day that I am working. So, if I was able to take, let's say 12 to 15 people in a day, I'm only doing 6 to 7 now, so I'm allowing that time for, like a half-hour appointment is now 45 minutes because more brow work because, people's brows have grown out and more
Right.
sanitizing time in between the clients and washing the hands, so all of that fun stuff.
That makes sense. Yeah. We've all gotten creative with our businesses and how we're keeping not only each other safe, but most importantly, our clientele safe. It's definitely been interesting times figuring out how to do that and how to operate with, 50% of the revenue, right? Getting only about half your clientele back. So it's a good lineup for our next question is, how can we as a community support you? Because we are all about, supporting small business, and most of us who live locally, that's the way we operate. And so how can we help you in this time? And even if it's as simple as just getting the word out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, word of mouth. I think it's funny because I've had a lot of clients who actually have, been afraid of getting their brows done because they've had like horror stories, like going to the nail salon and just like having their brows ripped off and going home with like scabs on their skin. It's word of mouth. I think obviously in the last year or so, brows have been such a big trend. And the funny thing is there's a very limited amount of brow specialists, and a lot of people don't know that. So, and when I say brow specialist, it's a personalized appointment. It's undivided attention. Brows are not cookie cutter. So I pay a lot of attention to growth of hair, shape. So, in the appointment that you make with me, it's the consultation, it's the grooming, the shaping, and tips on maintenance. So it's not just like rip and you're out the door. It's, do you need to grow your brows out? Do you need a new shape? And a lot of people don't know that I also do men's brows as well, which is a different approach because it's not arching them or making them look like they were done. Sure. I have clients that actually want their arches taken down from the top, just making them look nice and neat and trimmed. Yeah. So I do all those services.
Two instead of one, in some cases.
Exactly. Getting rid of the unibrow.
Right, totally.
So it's definitely word of mouth. I'm on Yelp, Instagram. I always try to reach out every once in a while on Facebook or like the Ferndale Forum. And it's just, I'm a small owned business. And even though I've been doing this for a very long time, just, starting your own business is there's always A, B, C, and D. So it's like making sure that you are supported because it's your bread and butter and, it's my art. It's what I do and I love it. And I love being able to help people. And I don't know, it's very satisfying,
I love
to say the least.
Yeah, certainly. Well, thank you for agreeing to share with us today. I love that you are a small local business, and it certainly is a great thing for our city to champion and get behind a small local business who is taking the care of her clientele so seriously to make sure that everybody's safe. And certainly I can't imagine any safer environment than a one-on-one in an individual private office where there's not a million things happening or a million other customers at the salon.
Definitely. Yeah.
I love that. So thank you so much, and thanks for visiting with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored that I was able to do this with you. Thank you.
I love it. Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.